Welfare. You can't get the welfare if the man's in the house.
Why would you have to?
Yo, time out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Drop a like, leave a comment, let me know you're in here. We finna have fun tonight.
What the hell, y'all? Logic's back with another one. Today, we're going to look at a video with Ish versus Esso. For those that don't know, I am a huge fan of the Joe Budden podcast. I don't think I've missed a single episode of that podcast for about at least four to 5 years. I know I'm a little late to the JBP, but for about 5 years straight, I have not missed a single episode. And Ish, one of my favorite hosts on the episode, gets into a little argument with his man's Esso. I guess they got a little history together. He's part of a podcast called Bag Fuel. This is my first time hearing of it. I've seen Esso like on other people's shows. I think I've seen him on like Math Hoffa and stuff like that on my expert opinion and whatnot. But it's an interesting topic where they're talking about being a present versus absent father and how important that role is. And when Ish get into an argument, it's always entertaining. So I'm gonna cover this one because it should be a good one. So before we get into it, man, make sure you leave a like, comment, or sub. If not one, then all three. Now let's get into the video.
I understand that me growing up with my father, I think way differently than niggas. Niggas that grew up with their mother, they different things. I talked to my man Ron Stu, and he was upset about Kamala losing. Upset, distraught, devastated.
And you, what this? Wait, so somebody being upset about their presidential candidate losing has something to do with being raised with his mother? Please make this make sense, sir.
Attribute that to him not having a father?
Yes, because my mentality, see, you didn't.
Okay, I don't know if he's this ignorant or this is one of them like, let's just make up something to argue about on a podcast type topics, because there's no way he is drawing the conclusion of not having a father figure in the house to being upset that Kamala lost the election. It's like, you've got to be shitting me right now.
You didn't have it there. My mentality is totally different. I had my mom and my pops in the house. I saw the dynamic. The dynamic is not what everybody makes it out to be. Everybody is imagining what they want their dynamic to be, and they're trying to create it. I lived it. It's totally different. And when I'm around niggas, I say, did you have your father in the house? No.
Let me ask you a
question. Did you have your father in the house? No.
Let me ask you a question.
Hold on.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Your dynamic that you saw, you think that's every two-parent household in America?
No, it's not. But it's
stop. I'm not done. So that's your dynamic, and that's what you would.
It ain't dynamic. You didn't have one.
You
didn't have one.
I know.
Zero.
I know.
So you can't gauge.
And neither can you off of your one fucking household.
No, you can't. See why I like Ish? Y'all see how the man tried to be cool and now his veins coming out. Look at this. This gotta be the thumbnail, bro.
Yes, I can. Because he was prevalent. He was there. You can't compare a nigga who didn't have a father in their life to one that did. It's opposite.
Let me ask you this.
It's no way he's serious right now. He really thinks his experience is like what the standard is across the board. Like, no, bro. No.
Hold on.
No.
You sitting there calling women black bitches. That's what your father made you do. Nigga, that's what you talking about. You sitting there.
I'm guessing he called women black bitches beforehand. And if he's gonna pull the conclusion of not having a father means getting upset over Kamala losing, then Ish could say, well, you have a father and you call women black bitches. So since we're just gonna pull out reasons of why not having a parent in the house is making you behave in a certain way, since that's just the conclusion that you're drawing, let's just say, all right, well, you got both your parents and you call women bitches, so here, that's bad too.
You sound like a nigga that was raised by his mama.
You sound.
Now, see, that's just like, it sounds stupid. You sound like a nigga that's raised by your mama because he's pointing out how flawed your logic is, bro. There's no way. I really hope they sat down and was like, hey, I'm finna just say some stupid shit so I can argue with Ish. Because they know Ish like to argue and Ish get like, this how he be when he mad. But it's like, come on, bro.
crazy.
You sound like an emotional nigga raised by
I'm
his
not
mama.
emotional. You screaming, calling women bitches.
To be fair, SO started screaming first, and then Ish got turned up because he got turned up. And you calling him emotional just because he's disagreeing with you, because what you're saying is quite stupid, bro.
They are bitches.
Wait, you calling niggas
You
without them-
screaming, calling women bitches.
They are bitches.
Oh, women. I thought you were saying niggas raised by their
Saying they don't bend.
They are
Yo,
bitches.
fam, let me tell you something.
Look, close
Yo,
this
let me
out.
tell you something.
Close
The people
this
that
out.
saw, look, two-parent households, every two-parent household is different. He's speaking on his one experience.
Right.
Nigga, it's some two-parent households where the women wear the fucking pants. Now you say what to that?
All right, I'm gonna tell you.
You say what? Answer
All
it.
right.
Don't
That is not a way to approach the conversation, Itch. I get what you're saying, but that's irrelevant. The point is he can't make these big dumbass conclusions just because he grew up in a two-parent household. I grew up in a two-parent household. I'm upset that Kamala lost. I mean, I don't know what type of upset his homie he talking about was. Like, if he was, like, crying and shit. But even if he was, like, overly emotional about the situation, that ain't got nothing to do with being in a two-parent household or just raised by your mother or whatever. So I don't get it. Like, did you want Kamala to win or not? Like, if Trump lost, if you support him, was you gonna be upset? Like, this is so stupid.
scream.
Who's yelling? You're the one screaming.
Answer it.
You're the one screaming.
Answer
Okay,
it.
come on.
Let's take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath.
Listen, you're the one that's big on case studies, right? You're the one that's big on case studies. Kids that grow up with their father go further than kids that just grow up with their mother. The father presence in the house is the bigger deal. That's the
Hold on,
issue.
time out.
Wait, hold on.
I'm asking
Hold
a
on.
question. I
Hold
don't
on.
understand.
Hold on.
I want you to clarify.
I let
No,
you talk.
I want-
Maybe you.
He ain't even listening to my "I let you talk." He actually trying to clarify something. To my "I let you talk." He ain't trying to talk over you.
Get clarity if you don't cut me off. Maybe could that be possible? Could that be possible?
I'm asking you a question.
Both genders, nigga.
That's what you mean.
When girls that grow up with their father
Only.
are more successful than girls that grow up with their mother only, and the same way with the son. The father is the one that's taking out the house. If you even pay attention to the science, right? Let's bust it.
Yeah, statistically, single dads' kids fare well than single mother kids, but the disparity in the number is so dramatically different. It's hard to really give a fair assessment of it. But it's where the numbers stand now. Statistically, yes, a single father is going to do fare well than single mothers. But the problem with that is there's so many single mothers compared to single father. And we're talking about where they're doing it all by themselves and there is nobody else. There is no step or co-parenting. That's what we're talking about. So it's like if you got 1 million single moms, and then when you talk about single dads, it's 400. It's like, I don't even know if that's a valid comparison. If you got 1 million single moms and you got 40 single dads, yeah, you could say they fare better, but you got such a small sample size compared to the mothers. It's overwhelmingly more single mothers than single fathers. And like I said, that's talking about with no help from the other parent whatsoever. It's way less common. You know what I'm saying? Men more likely to be in prison. Men more likely to die. You know what I'm saying? Men do better dating-wise, so they might just fucking exile their stuff out of kids' life. Women don't have the luxury of having those options in a lot of cases. Usually, if the man is doing it by himself, the mom is probably dead. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, and men have the capabilities to make more money generally. So it's a lot of factors that go into it. I know that is a true statistic, but I think once you throw all those factors into it, you think about, it's like, you know, it's hard to say if it's like, because it's a single dad, they'll do better than the mom. You know, such a small sample size of that.
Welfare. You can't get the welfare if the man's in the house.
Why would you have to?
Yo, time out.
Exactly. Why would you have to? The man ain't gonna address that. Let's see if he addresses that. Because nigga think he cooking right now and this shit don't mean nothing what he just said. Let's see if that makes any sense.
Fair.
I mean, if
you can't get the welfare if the man's in the house.
Why would you have to?
Yo, time out.
That's the point.
You're missing the point, nigga.
Wait, what do you mean that's the point? What are y'all talking about? You missing the point. Why do you, just like my other video, why are people acting like welfare is like you just living great and grand?
You can't get welfare. He's missing it. That's what I'm saying. It goes.
Oh my God. You still can get government assistance though. You could get SNAP.
Even a highly intelligent nigga like this, they gonna go over their head.
It's not
you
going
can't
over
get
their
welfare.
Y'all literally not making no sense. You with the men in the house, you don't get welfare. Excuse me. You got 2 working people. Why the fuck do you need welfare? If they over the poverty line at the very least, or whatever the fucking threshold number is.
So it's whole separation thing. You know why?
But you can get government assistance in a 2-parent household if there's not enough money being made.
Because that man in there creates a big difference in standard and backbone and thought process.
2-parent households create a big difference. It's not even about it's not about the dad necessarily. It's a 2-parent household is the best option to go with. You still should choose that over just the dad. That's the best option.
He can look at it. Listen, you know why he can't gauge it? He didn't have it.
Talk.
That's why he can't gauge it. I got twin
What is this
sisters.
dude talking about? This nigga think he cooking, bro.
I got twin sisters that grew up in my house without their father. My father was their father. I saw the dynamic. I saw the pain. I saw the difference. My sister is 60 years old. My man be around my sister. She's different. It doesn't matter if the father missing.
Maybe you just had good parents, bro. Well, shit, I don't even know if I can say that because you sound stupid coming from a 2-parent household. You're saying a bunch of bullshit right now, so I don't even know how far that's gotten you. Maybe you would have been better off in a 1-parent household. Maybe you would have beat the odds because right now you sound crazy.
From their life is a big fucking deal. And niggas
I come from a 2-parent household, and I can say a lot of good things about it, but I would never say shit this stupid.
Think that they mother right here can do the father's job here.
I don't think none of that.
They're mistaken.
He's speaking for me.
Time out. And he totally thinks. He totally thinks.
Now you're really finna say what he's thinking, and he's right there to tell you what he thinks. But you're finna sit here and try to tell us what he thinks, and he ain't even barely got to speak yet.
Differently from me because of that.
Yo,
point blank.
1, a father is paramount in the success of a child. That's 1. We're not gonna argue that.
All right.
Especially in a black household. We're not gonna argue that. Number 2, he's speaking from his experience. You know how many fathers in a household that fuck the kids up more than if they wasn't there?
Right.
Fuck is you talking about, my nigga?
What's the percentage?
Yo, I ain't cut you.
What's the percentage? Nigga, a lot more dads do fuck shit than mothers. That's a percentage. If there's 2 parents in the household and it's fucked up, most likely the dad is doing the wrongdoing. Most likely. If there's somebody doing wrong, chances are it's the dad. So, talking about what's the percentage? Nigga, some 2-parent households are fucked up. You didn't have that experience. So why are you acting like the dad is the father is everything? Like, come on, dog.
You off.
Yes, you did.
No,
that nigga you just talked all that time and Ish just sat down.
Didn't. I cut you off for clarification. I ain't cut you off.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I cut you off for clarification. I didn't know if you meant just a single father and a single mother versus a mother and a father when you said father being in the household in the statistics that you gave. Yo, you going by your family household. I've been to your family. I met your mother. I met your father before. Nigga, it's mad households where the fathers ain't shit. Well, not ain't shit. I don't even want to diminish the role of a man in the household. There are households where the mother is the alpha. A bunch of them.
He just don't want to diminish the father. That's why he using this whole mother's the alpha shit. Which I guess it's an argument, but it's not the strongest one. It don't mean nothing. Because the point is he's using his experience as if it's the end-all be-all, and that's the bigger problem than saying, I've seen houses where the mother's in charge. That's not the point. The point is he sounds stupid. This doesn't make any sense.
Where the mother is the alpha. That's not uncommon, my nigga. So, and you're assuming...
With the father in the house?
Yes.
Yes.
You fucking ain't right.
It can happen.
You fucking ain't.
You don't know it. It's 8 billion people on the earth. Of course you don't know those. There's always something you don't know, but that don't mean it don't happen.
Right. How would you know you don't know?
I don't know those.
The same way you just told me.
My
How
whole
would you know?
family's married. I got aunts and uncles. My whole family's married.
So fucking what? How many people is that? Y'all percent of a percent of a percent of a percent. Why the hell do you think that matters? I know a bunch of married people. Dog, this nigga.
fucking family,
But
nigga.
I'm telling you, I don't know though.
Okay, cool.
Where the mother's
Okay,
the
you don't
king,
know.
nigga.
All right, that's you.
Where the fuck is the mom and the
That's
king?
you. That's you.
The only niggas that don't got a daddy say they mom and the king.
That's not true.
It's not possible,
You
nigga.
wrong. You are wrong.
I just don't. I can't. I don't. I think. I kind of think he believes this because he. I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't want to believe anybody this ignorant.
A small percentage mamas ain't the king, nigga.
Yo, again,
when the dad's in the house.
Back to my point.
Y'all
wanna
fucking.
believe
But back to my point, you know your family. Let me say that. You know your family. I've seen a ton of households, my nigga,
And if,
where the mother...
and if Ish got an entirely different experience, you ain't in no position to tell him he wrong or no, that ain't true. Because he's letting you rock out with clearly you know everything because your family married. And that's everybody's marriage is the same because your family operates a certain way. So I just don't get how your family's married and you seen all these examples of great households, yet you saying shit that this stupid.
Wears the pants in the household. Even from when I was a young little nigga, and you go to your man's house, and he be like, yo, my father, let me go ask my mother. And the mother's opinion
ain't
was
never
super...
seen that.
That's you.
Exactly.
That's you. That's
He
what I'm
keeps
telling you.
saying
You
that shit
taking
like
a
it
small
means
size
something.
and using... Huh?
I was my house.
Yo, so you taking a small...
One nigga said that, and I'm taking a small.
I'm not
one
even talking
nigga
about
said that, and I'm
him.
taking a small percentage.
dog.
It's mad niggas in
see he
here,
cut
and
me
one
off?
nigga said it,
Hold
and
on,
I'm a small percentage.
hold on, let him
Bro.
That's crazy.
This nigga Heineken just sitting there looking around, not saying shit. Like, I don't, like, fucking do something. Like, this dude steady yelling over Ish.
Crazy.
Yo, no.
That's my point. You're
Bro.
making my point, my nigga. We got a bunch of niggas who never grew up with a fucking father. That's my fucking
Watch this.
point.
You got a bunch...
Talking about what's your niggas grew up without a dad? What are you saying? There's people with two parents that will disagree with you too. I'm one of them. You sound stupid. The niggas that grew up without their father, they sound way more intelligent than you. I done skipped back in the video and shit.
And I'm taking a small percentage.
dog.
That's crazy. We got a bunch of niggas who never grew up with a fucking father. That's my fucking
Watch this.
point.
You got a bunch of niggas
That's my point.
You got a bunch of niggas that never grew up in the father. And you just sat here 10 minutes ago and said, yo, if I call you a fucking bitch, then either
What
you
does
gonna...
that mean?
Dog, let me talk.
Yeah.
Either you gonna accept it or not.
What does that mean? Because I
That
called a
means
bitch a
that
bitch.
What do you
You grew
mean?
up-
What does that mean? It means you sound ignorant and you're saying stupid shit. So if you stupid enough to just call bitches, black women bitches and shit, which I don't do either. I don't like that. And I grew up in a 2-parent household. We would disagree on that. I wouldn't be sitting there calling black women bitches and all that shit. So maybe your values and your personality and your upbringing wasn't so great because that's a value you think is okay. You think it's okay to just sit up here and call black women black bitches. Especially people that ain't do shit. I mean, I don't know the context. So I don't want to jump the gun on that. But if you were doing it to people that's undeserving of it, we could clown you for that. I could say that's emotional. Why women got you so emotional that you gotta call them bitches?
Up in a household with a mother and a father, and it was a union that was honorable, then a man and a woman both have a fucking opinion that is to be honored and cherished. So me calling you a bitch and you just gotta deal with it is an archaic Neanderthal way of life.
Okay, so maybe if I'm going off what Ish saying, it seems like he's saying that he could call a woman he's dealing with a bitch and she just got to deal with it. I don't know if that's what he said, but that's the sound like the context Ish laid out.
Yo, that's the thoughts. Wait, come out. That's
Of a human being.
Come out. No, that's the thoughts in your life. In my household, there was a leader, and my father was him.
And if your father
He
was the
was
leader,
him.
that means he can
He
say
was him. He had the
I
right.
hate this nigga's just so fucking loud. He just like, it's just like, bro, it don't make you more right screaming, bro. And it's worse because you're screaming and you're so fucking wrong. That's what's crazy.
He was him. You're talking about something that you wish, that you want to design, that you never saw, that you want to create. Yo, we should be. Yo, you should have the right. You should have this.
You're right.
But if daddy was in there, yo, shorty, I'm the leader.
Who the fuck talks like that? Nobody even. God. I bet you his dad never said no shit like that. His parents probably just fell into whatever roles they fell into based off their personality. I'm sure his dad never said nothing even like that. I'm the leader shit. They just fell into whatever roles they personality is, bro.
I'm the nigga putting the food on the table. I'm the nigga that got this nigga back. You chill. You didn't have that. I understand that.
And then he say it like he's condescending, as if Ish was like, yeah, fuck my dad, get out my life, I don't need you. Like, the fact that he's condescending about somebody's circumstance that they have absolutely no control over is wild. Like, it's one thing to have your opinion about how you know, single parents and upbringing is and shit like that, but you're talking to Ish like he's the reason that he grew up without a dad or whatever. That shit crazy to me, and that's supposed to be your man's.
I had that. I have that now at 82 years old. I see it with my father.
What? Maybe his dad is 82?
I had that. I have that now at 82 years old. I see it with my father, takes care of my mother, and he's a general.
Okay.
And if he wasn't a general, she would be dead, nigga.
So attribute that to your household. That's not every man, woman, demographic in America.
Hold on, let's close this up.
I'm not letting you finish.
I'm just talking.
Is he crazy? The nigga talked for 80% of this video. Are you kidding me?
Bro, that's not an attribute of every two-parent household in America.
How would you know? You grew up in a one-parent household.
What the fuck? Oh, what do you mean? How would you know? This man is sitting there trying to attribute his circumstance to everybody himself. Because why are you speaking so strongly about what you experienced as if it's the endo facto? Nigga, all you can say is, well, you know, this is what happened in my house. Cool. Nobody will probably be arguing with you about your house. You're acting like this is how, I ain't never seen that. And then it's like, I've seen the opposite. How do you know? What the fuck are you talking about?
There's a million of them. The same way you got aunts and uncles, nigga, I got aunts and uncles.
You grew up in one.
What you talking about?
So why is mine not as valid as yours then?
I didn't.
This nigga is retarded. Oh my God, he's fucking stupid. Because all he's doing is Ish is doing the same thing he's doing, and he's questioning him as if Ish can't say these same fucking questions to him.
It wasn't. I said that's your household. You can speak for your household. You can't speak for every two-family household in America. That's what the fuck I said.
That's all he said.
What are you talking about?
My point, when I would look, he finna try to finagle his way out of this shit.
For every two-family household in America. That's what the fuck I said.
What are you
talking about? You know what you experienced.
I'm gonna end this right here. My point is that I lived it, right? Other niggas didn't.
True.
Experience means something.
True.
So
I lived it. Everybody else. Listen.
For that to be a short video, it was a lot of energy taken out of that shit, because, boy, he was tripping. None of that shit made no sense. You can talk about your experience all you want, ain't nobody gonna tell you wrong, but for him to act like what he went through is what everybody in a two-parent household was supposed to go through was wild. And the moment that Ish say, I've seen different, he talking about how you know because you ain't live it. The same way you try to use your family as examples. What are you talking about? You think he's never been around a two-parent household family? Get the fuck out of here. But even though Ish barely got to talk, I think he really won that argument, even though he barely even spoke, because dude was just saying so much nonsense. Oh yeah, let's read the comments. I forgot. A two-parent household and teach him how to have a conversation like an adult. Exactly. Just because you have a two-parent household doesn't mean it was a good upbringing. Exactly. No man will ever teach their son to refer to women as bitches. Exactly. Respect is the basis of any relationship, and Buddy clearly don't get it. Bro grew up with a man in the household, but not a father. Shout out to Ish for holding it down. Right. The video inspired me to start arguing with my supervisor. EXO so ignorant as hell. He conflating everything. Throwing my dad was in my household, and niggas' faces is wild. Yeah, like that's why I said it's like that was condescending. For you to, you know what I'm saying? That was kind of wild to say. SO clearly don't understand anecdotes. He doesn't. Quality of the parents actually makes a huge difference, because if both parents ain't shit, the child gonna have an issue. Yep. Some kids are just bad. One parent, 2, 3 household ain't stopping them from crashing. SO yelling first and then call it emotional when he yells is hilarious. Ish cracking muffins on tour. SO picked up all the mother's traits though. SO loud as hell and ignorant, speaking from a living experience. Every man in the household doesn't take the lead. Ish be on bullshit sometimes, but he's right about this and non-emotional. SO the one in his feelings. I don't think SO grasped Ish point at all. How is preaching he had a father in the household, but he's still super emotional? That's what I said. I'm like, he the one being emotional. Yeah, so I'm sure that most of the comments were like that. Yeah, that's funny as hell. I'm like, he the one being emotional for him to talk about the 2-parent household and dude being upset that Kamala lost. Like, bro, you the one tripping in this conversation. But y'all already know what it is. But yeah, Ish, good job. Even though you barely got to speak, you held it down. If you made it to this point in the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, sub. If not one, then all three. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.